Hello, everyone. Welcome to Ask Prashanthi. I'm your host, Prashanthi, an immigration attorney dedicated to helping you navigate those sometimes challenging and often rewarding questions that you have. In this show, we tackle your questions, the real pressing concerns that you have about visas, green cards, citizenship, and everything in between. We pull questions from all our channels from YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and of course, we pull questions from those excellent submissions that you post on our website. So if you have a burning question, make sure you submit it. This is a free service, and if you had to ask a question otherwise, attorneys charge you an arm and a leg as consulting fee. So please make use of this opportunity. Let's go to the first question. This first question is a trending question generally asked by my clients. If you are a green card holder in the US and you relinquished your green card and left the country for 3 years, how difficult is it to regain your green card? This is often asked. People who have left for over a year and they now want to come back, they don't know how to come back. The answer to this question is it's not easy. You might have to relinquish your green card first by filing the form 407 and then file for a new card or a new green card if you're still able to do so, if you're still eligible to file for the green card based on the same way that you did it last time. You can ask the consulate to reinstate your green card, but that is a very difficult process and they don't usually approve it. You can also come to the um, US with your green card that you have, as long as it's unexpired, and try to re-enter the country. At the port of entry, you're for sure you will be stopped by the CBP officer because it's been 3 years since you uh, last arrived into the US. You may be treated as an arriving alien rather than uh, a permanent resident, returning alien. In which case, they might take you in for secondary inspection. They might either let you in if they think that you have not abandoned your status and you have adequate proof and you're able to show that you have not abandoned your status and you never intended to abandon your status. But most probably, they will ask you to either give up your green card by signing that form 407 and ask you to re-enter once you have a green card again. Or if you refuse to sign the form 407, they might issue you an NTA and they might either detain you until the next proceeding, or they might allow you to go after issuing you the NTA. So this is what might happen if you try to re-enter with your green card if you've been outside the country for over a year. Next question is what happens if USCIS runs out of green cards in a year? I assume I will have until at least until October. Will my case receive preferential treatment because I applied earlier? My friend, it looks like you don't know how the system operates. Every year they issue about 140,000 green cards, and this happens every fiscal year. So every fiscal year starts in October. So every October they'll issue a new set of green cards again. They'll open up a new set of numbers, and if they are not able to get to your case that year, they may get to it the next year or the year after, depending on what the backlog is for your country and depending on what category you filed your green card in. To understand what the backlog is for your country, you can go to the visa bulletin. Just type in visa bulletin on Google and look at your country. If it's not India, China, Mexico, or Philippines, comes under all other countries, rest of the world. And that'll give you an idea as to how long it might take for them to actually process your case or for your green card number to become current. Next question is also a trending question. What happens if I take a leave of absence on my F1 student visa? You're allowed to take a leave of absence on your F1 student visa, but you're not allowed more than 90 days of unemployment. So as long as you're within that 90 days of unemployment, you can take as much leave as you want. The next question is also a trending question. Does the visa bulletin apply to IR1, IR2 categories, and how does the process differ for US citizens, for spouses, or children? Please note that IR1 means immediate relative, and immediate relative comes under the F1 category, and the F1 category is not subject to availability of green card numbers. So you don't have to worry about the visa bulletin. Your green card number is always available. And with reference to how it differs for US citizens and children, it's the same, comes under the same F1 category. I think the only difference is that children can age out. If they become over 21 or they get married, they will no longer be immediate relatives, but a spouse will never age out. Next question is about eligibility for the 540 days auto extension. Is this different if my renewal is for TPS, asylum, or any other EAD category? So yes, you're allowed a 540-day automatic extension, which means that if you, as long as you file your EAD on time, you're allowed an automatic extension, and you're eligible for these kind of extensions on TPS, deferred enforcement, your asylum, refugee, adjustment of status if you have a pending 485, asylee, withdrawal of removal, and also in some cases a H4 EAD as long as you file on time, as I said. So all these categories are eligible for a 540-day extension. And with that, that brings us to the end of another episode of Ask Prashanthi. I hope the questions we answered today were able to shed some light on your immigration journey. Remember, understanding your options is the first step, and reliable information is the next step. Got a question that you want answered? Don't hesitate to reach out. You can leave a comment right here on YouTube, or you can connect with us on LinkedIn or Facebook, or submit those questions directly on my website. Please follow the link in the description. See you again next week. Until then, goodbye.